Welcome back to the epic Megaman playthrough. If you're just joining us, we've been through 8 games now. 8 games, and we're on to the 9th, Mega Man 9, the first game on PS3, and one of 2, also Mega Man 10 on the PS3. And we're banging through this now. We started off a little slow, because this game is insanely difficult. You thought the old Mega Man games were bad. I'm not sure. I think this one takes the cake in terms of difficulty. But I don't know. I mean, some of the other older ones were harder. And, I mean, there's certain things in this game that make it easier, like the store and, I mean, I don't know. I guess, I don't know. It'd be hard to really tell. But anyways, let's get started here. I'm going to go with Megaman, because he's the only one I haven't done yet, I think. He looks kind of cool. At least better than Lighter Man. And I actually already know this song because I used it for the outro of the last video. And it's freaking amazing. Like, this might be my favorite song in the game. Although I really like Tornado Man's too, so I don't know. I'm wondering if I fall in that lava if I'm gonna be immediately dead. Oh, that was close. See, that's one of the things about this game. Like, I was talking about it before. The jumps are just stretched to, like, such a ridiculous length. Like, at the beginning of the level. Like, imagine if this was the first level you played. And I don't know if that magma kills you in one hit, but if it does, if this was the first level you played and you had to make that jump, and if you didn't, you died. And there was nothing, you know, that was the first screen. It's been a little while since I played, not a horribly long time, but I've been playing a lot of Destiny lately. You've probably seen some of my Destiny videos if you follow the channel. And Mike's also doing what is that? What is that? Dragon? Dragon? Made out of fiery ball faces? What the fuck am I fighting? This is fucking weird. Ow. Ow. Okay, that was fun. That was fun. Fucking dragon douchebag. Oh, look at this. Yeah, you thought you had a checkpoint? Nope. Why would there be checkpoints? Anyways, I've been playing a lot of Destiny. Mike's doing his own series. I've just been doing kind of mini-tage stuff. Thinking about doing a full-length montage, but I'm not sure yet. For now, just having fun playing the game. I mean, it's a great game. For anyone that hasn't bought it or hasn't bought a PS4, you know, I'm not here to tell you to spend your money, but it is definitely worth the money if you do buy it. Fuck! Those are instant kills. Alright. Guess it's time to stop fucking around then. Give that another shot. Yeah, I will say Destiny's worth the money, but I do have there's a couple like little things that I can complain about. The game itself is good. I think my main complaint with the game, I try that every time and fuck it up every time. My main complaint with the game is that the story is very short, which before you say anything, I understand that it's supposed to be an MMO. And really it's more about doing bounties and getting equipment and doing the online PvP stuff, and you know, it's not supposed to be a long story driven game or anything. And the story itself is pretty good. I mean, in terms of MMO standards, it's amazing because I've never played an MMO that I actually enjoyed the story. So you know, the story's good and everything. It's just, you know, this is the problem I have with the game, and I had a discussion with my cousin not too long ago about this. Games nowadays seem to be selling themselves short and then selling DLC to make up for it. And what I mean by that is this, like, it used to be that a game would come out and the developer would you know, have their whole staff work on the game and finish the game and finish it 100%, and then they'd sell it. Fuck. And then if it was received well and everyone liked it, then they would start working on DLC for it. Nowadays, it seems like before the game even comes out, the developers are already coming up with DLC for it, and they seem to be only selling you like 80% of the game. Like EA is probably the worst at it. They'll make a game, and then they'll like cut 20% of the game and sell it to you as an 80% finished game, and then sell you the rest of the 20% in DLC later. You know, and it's not fair for us to be buying $60 games that are only 80% complete. And I feel like Destiny, you know, kind of did that, because before I even got the game in my hands, hold on, I think my phone just went off, and I think it just buzzed the table. I'm gonna take it off the table so it does not make a noise. Anyways, before I even bought the game, the guy at GameStop was like, well, do you want to get the season pass for the 2 DLCs coming out? And I was like, no, I just want the game, and then we'll see if I like it enough to get the DLC. And sure enough, I get it home, and the story's so damn short that I know I'm going to buy the DLC, because that's like the rest of the game. Like, it's not even DLC at this point, it's just the rest of the game that Bungie should have sold to us, but instead they're selling it later. So it's almost like technically you're paying $100 for the game, because the DLC is $20 a piece, I think, and there's 2 of them. So, and you could buy them, you know, then for $30. So if you bought the pass and the game, that's $90 for the game. That I still feel like is a normal PS4 game. Like, you know, it's not an extended amount of content. It's more like what they should have sold in the first place. So I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like, and if that's especially, I mean, what if you bought the special version, the limited whatever it was called this time, that was more expensive with the Ghost replica? So you're telling me they probably spent $100 on their game, and then they got to pay $30 for the DLC, so that's $130 for the game. And at this point, it's like, come on. I mean, people used to complain about the games being $60, because PS4 games, or PS2 games, if I remember correctly, weren't that expensive. And then when PS3 came out, they were like, oh, we're going to make all the games $60 now, and everyone's like, holy shit, that's so expensive. But now it's like, you know, every company is just milking DLC to this point that it's just ridiculous. And so, I don't know. I mean, DLC is okay, like I said, when a company... And I've always thought, why wouldn't a company sell the game the way it's supposed to be sold, and then if it does well, then you start working on DLC? But some games, like, I think... Ooh, Need for Speed Rivals is a perfect example. That game didn't even... I mean, actually, I think it got good ratings, but as far as I've heard from everyone that I've talked to, everyone says that game wasn't that great. And EA, I think it was EA that made Rivals, right? Whatever the developer was that made Rivals. They are milking the fuck out of DLC, and it's like, no one even likes that game that much. And again, it's almost like they sold themselves short, because the regular game, PS4, next-gen racing game, and they had like 12 cars in it. Like, there was like 12 racing cars and 12 cop cars. And like half the cop cars were just copies of the race cars. So, that was lucky. So, and then, you know, as soon as the game comes out, they go, oh, this is DLC with like 5 extra cars. And it's like, why was that not included in the original game? You're telling me this is a brand new Need for Speed game? And Most Wanted, which came out before that, had like a bajillion cars and like a way better, bigger map. I know that the graphics were better in Rivals and everything, but you're telling me it's next gen and you couldn't take the time to put in like 5 extra cars? You have to sell them as DLC for outrageous prices, like $5 for 5 cars, like in a game that no one plays anyways. I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's unbelievable. I think EA is the worst at it. But you know, then there's games like Rayman Legends, which is an EA game. No, it's Activision. that game had like so much in it, and it was sold for not even $60. It was $40, I think. And that game had more than any other game that I've played so far. It had its own huge story, and then it had the entire Origins from Rayman Origins. It had the entire, like almost every level from that game in it as well. So it was like 2 games in one. And there's no DLC for that game. They didn't even bother. They're like, no, we'll just put everything in the game and put it as a cheap price tag and everyone will love it. Why can't everyone do that? Instead, and you know, then there's games that like just milk the shit out of DLC, like Dead or Alive, who I understand, like I don't blame them for doing DLC because I'm sure they're making a killing off of it, just doing costumes and stuff. But you gotta be kidding. It's been like months, and still every time you go on the PlayStation Store, there's like 5 pages of more Dead or Alive costumes. And I can't believe people are still buying costumes for that game. Like, who in their right mind is buying costumes for that game still? And they're so expensive, like for something that no one will ever see or care about. How can you get away with like changing the costume or even just the colors of the costume for one character in a game that has like 10 bajillion characters and get away with like $3 for that? I mean, DLC is just, like I said, back in the day, DLC used to be, you know, you had your favorite game and it did really well, and then you're like, oh, but it's done, and you know, I can't, there's not enough replay value, I don't want to play it anymore. And then all of a sudden, the developer's like, oh, here's this DLC, it's like 5 more missions, and you're like, yeah, and you buy it, and you have fun, and shit, like, it was awesome. But now it's like, especially, I think no company, Bungie included, should already have the DLC planned when they make the game. Like, that's just my personal opinion. And Call of Duty does it too with their frickin' map packs. Before the game's even announced, there's you can buy a pass to get all the DLC map packs that are to come out for the next like couple months. And it's, how the fuck do I get this balls? Oh shit, my TV went out. Hold on. Son of a bitch. I got a new TV, and sometimes it loses picture, and it just did it. So, did my recording go out too? Nope, my recording's fine. It's just a TV. And sometimes I have to go over there, and it's really weird too, because all I have to do is tap it, and then it comes back on. It's not a new TV. If it was a new TV, I would have fucking been at Best Buy bitching. It's actually my parents' old TV. Fuck! That jump was so gay. Like, that's so long. It's so far. God, this game is balls. Anyways, what was I talking about? I was talking about, oh, Call of Duty. Yeah, so they already have the map packs, like, planned. And, like I said, it's brilliant by them because it's a single game that they make, but they're going to be making money off it for the next, like, 5 months because everyone bought the Season Pass, you know? And the people that didn't buy the Season Pass are going to buy the map packs anyways. But for us, it's bullshit because I'll make it. Yeah. And I got a thing too called Vanquisher. I don't know what that is. But yeah, for us it's bullshit because, like I said, they should know like that it's a good game before they start making DLC for it. Because I bet you there was a lot of people that bought the Season Pass for Ghosts and then realized that it was a piece of shit. And now they're like, well, fuck, you know. So, I don't know. It's just, DLC annoys me anymore. And DLC should strictly be something that the company comes up with after they've already produced the game. Fuck! Because, I mean, for example, you know, what if a company made 3 DLC packs for a game at the same time they were making the game, and you buy the game, and you don't like the game? What is the chances that you're gonna like the DLC if you didn't like the original game? Because they made it all at the same time, you know, they didn't give it a chance to mature, or they didn't like have the game come out, and then people say, I don't like this, this, and this about the game, and then they come out with a DLC that fixes those problems, or like, you know, for example, let's say Borderlands came out, and they were like, you know, we really like this game, but there aren't enough characters, and then Borderlands comes out with a new DLC that has new characters, or whatever. But they would never know that if they would have just already had all the DLC planned before they ever released the game, you know? So DLC should be something that the company makes far after they've already made the game. They've heard the feedback, they know what the players want, and then they make a DLC that fits that. That should be what DLC is. It shouldn't be, we're going to make a game and then cut off the end of it and then sell it to you again. It's just bullshit. Like, it's not worth anyone's time. You want some of this magma fuck? I hope I have your weakness. Laser. Tried it. No. That's not it. That's not that bad. I know it's not concrete shot. I don't think it's this either. Maybe it's black hole bomb. Ow. Do I have another life? I don't even know how black hole bomb works. Do I have to, like, press it again to blow it up or something? I feel like I do. Yeah! But that's not his weakness. Dude, that thing's pretty sweet, though. Okay, we're just gonna... Maybe it is concrete shot. That'd be really stupid if it was, though, because it was someone else's weakness. It doesn't even hurt him. There's no way I'm able to do this. Is that all he does is just jump and shoot?